All right, we have to. This is an old video, but obviously, if you haven't seen it, it's gonna be new to you. This is like, I saw this when I was, I think when I graduated high school. But this teacher calls a student the N word, and let's just
Word that
let's play
evokes
this.
many emotions in people. It's a derogatory racial remark that has divided people for many years.
And a Jefferson County high school teacher
I shouldn't be laughing, but it's hilarious.
has now received the longest suspension on record for calling a student the N-word. WHAS 11's defender Renee Murphy investigates what happened and why in this story you'll only see on 11.
Valley Traditional High School is in the middle of a racial controversy right now. A teacher used the N-word towards a student. The word is only 6 letters long, but the impact is far-reaching. And we do want to
This
warn
is
you
a
that
Dave
some of the
Chappelle
language
skit.
in this
It's gotta
story
be.
is strong, and it may offend you, it may offend some other people. But since the story is not just about the N-word, it's also about the teacher's intent and definition of the word, we have decided to leave it in the story for you to decide.
And what did he say specifically to you?
Sit down, nigga.
Keyshawn Chavers is a freshman at Valley High School, a Boy Scout,
Sit
a football
down, nigga.
player, a member of the ROTC, an honor roll student. He was hanging around his teacher's classroom door in December. The teacher told him to sit down, and the teacher says that Keyshawn
Dude,
used
this
the
guy looks
N-word
whiter than
first.
oatmeal.
And I just kind of was stunned a second. Well, then get away from the door, nigga. I repeated the same insult because that's sort of what I've been trained to do.
All right, so I believe him just because, like, you remember how like rotten and crazy we were when we were young, and I remember in like 6th or 7th grade, there was a kid who literally he would just say bitch, even if he wasn't talking to the teacher. He would just could be reading, and he would just be like bitch, and he just kept saying it, and the teacher got so infuriated that she literally just called the kid a bitch back, and he's not wrong. Like, well, he's wrong, but he kind of isn't, because that's literally what teachers are trained to do, like to de-escalate problems. They can't put hands, and so they teach you, if the kid's calling you names like dummy, then just repeat it back to them, and that just belittles them or shows them that the words don't have any power. So this guy just chose the wrong time to do it.
The school district says that is not what they trained English teacher Paul Dawson to do.
He tried to say I said it, and I didn't say it, and no one else in the class knows that I said it because I didn't.
Documents from the school investigation show that several of the students
How about we interview the
interviewed
other
from Valley
kids and not
did
just
not
him?
hear Keyshawn say the N-word first. Dawson says that students use the slang version of the N-word at Valley
dude's
High
got
School
note
all
cards.
the time. He says Nigger is a racial slur, but says that students use Nigga as often as they'd say dude or hey man. And Dawson says as much as he does not like the word, he still used the slang version to feel more comfortable with black students.
Why is this word used so frequently? So I just don't understand it, and I'm trying to understand it. I need help. Yes, I use nigga. I've used it.
I've used it.
I admit it. I put the H on it to emphasize it's nigga. But, nigga this, nigga please, nigga. Can you lend a nigga a pencil?
What kind of example are you setting for
Can you lend a nigga a pencil? I love that was his final, like, can you lend a nigga a pencil? Nigga. Like, at least he knows that if the ER is bad and the A is just more commonly used by everybody. But oh my goodness, this guy. He doesn't seem like a racist. I honestly think that in that moment, he was just so infuriated and embarrassed. I'm sure the kids all around the class are like pointing and laughing, and he just lost it. He's like, get away from the door, nigga. Like, that's literally how it has to have gone down, because just, can you lend a nigga a pencil?
your students if you use a word that you don't want them to use?
Upon reflection, that's not good.
Dawson was suspended for 10 days without pay from January 9th to January 23rd, and he has to go to diversity training. He says that he's learned from this experience
DEI
and
training.
hopes that others think
cured
twice
of that.
before using the
I'm
N-word.
cured. I will never say any form of nigga. I'm cured of that.
Paul Dawson says that he is sorry
Any
for the way
form,
things
like there's
were
like
handled,
power levels to
but
the N-word.
Keyshawn says that he is not looking for any
He hasn't been
apologies.
punished. Apologizing is going to change the fact that it happened and he's not been punished.
And punishment in your mind is?
Not having his job anymore.
Paul Dawson says that he wants there to be a steadfast policy in Jefferson County Public Schools against people using the N-word. Right now, when it is brought up, it's dealt with on a case-by-case basis with the district. And we should mention that Keyshawn is still in Paul Dawson's classroom. Dawson has been with the district for 20 years, and Keyshawn is still in that classroom because Dawson is an honors English teacher. There are very few honors English classes, so he is still with him.
Well, now he was.
Yeah, that's hilarious. So I really think he was just super flustered and embarrassed in front of all like the 14 and 15-year-olds. And that's literally like what they get trained to do. I remember our health class, they were teaching us about bullying. And I remember the teacher was literally using the same format. She told us this is the same format that we teach the teachers. If there's a bully calling you names, like calling you stupid or dummy, that you repeat the same thing back to them to show them that the words are harmless or don't hold any power. And yeah, he just chose the wrong time to do it. Can you lend a nigga a pencil?